It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or
FM 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds and living conditions on a day-to-day basis.
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough, because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon
for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the lines, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Low.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah, Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We about that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action and nothing but that action. And I want all the smoke. Who wants the smoke today? Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues. The movement continues. How y'all doing out there in radio land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another
Powerful conversation for you today. So I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Thank you for joining me this Thursday, May 21st, 2026. I am just excited because, we got so much done over the last couple years, and every time I think about it, I just feel it. I feel the spirit. I feel that a job well done. On the air. So I know a lot of people called me, and they're starting to find out that this Friday will be my last show, and I've been talking about it all week. Y'all more than welcome to call in 833-212-1017. Talk about your best favorite truth moment on the Tory Low show, or just even on the truth for the last 5 years. That's always been. We left the lines open for that all week. We never, I just want to make sure that I open up the lines for those that want to call in and chime in any kind of way. But I'm just so excited about just the future and the things that we trying to do as far as the community. And, it's just never going to stop. And once again, we're just going to take another shape, but the impact is going to be even more powerful. Understand what I'm saying? So salute. Salute to everybody that's joining me in the chat. I'm going to miss my chat. Andrew. I got the best chat in the world. Also, before I get into the chat, Friday after the show, we're going to be in the 3rd Street Market Hall. It's the after show. After the show, I guess. We're going to be having fun in the 3rd Street Market Hall. If y'all want to pull up and enjoy some time with your boy Tory Low. The last Tory Low show is Friday, and the after show party, I guess it's a celebration, after show celebration will be in the 3rd Street Market Hall. And I'll be making some announcements as well on Friday too. Some very huge announcements will be made on Friday. So salute to everybody that's tapped in. We still got to get the work done. We still got to repair the village. It ain't going to stop. and nothing dictates that. That's why I try to tell y'all, don't let nothing dictate what your purpose is. If man can control your purpose, then it's not from from what I understand. It's not. If man can sway your purpose, it's not from God. That's you. That's you. You did that. You said that. You did that. It doesn't matter what takes place. Progress continues. Energy never changes. It just switches forms. Energy is always ongoing. So, who we got in the chat? We got SC in the chat. How you doing, SC? She says, good afternoon, sincere Running Ray Real. Salute, King. I appreciate you. Mo the Elephant in the chat. Josh, as usual, is in the chat. Josh says, salute to Tory and Truth Nation. Dang, this week going by fast. I don't want this smoke. Salute to Jeff. Jeff joining us in the chat. Good afternoon. Salute Tory and everyone in the chat. Hey, look, I love Truth Nation. Not really a city girl joining the chat. She says, good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing? Mark the Barber, Mark Reed is in the chat. No matter the change that goes on, you guys made this a powerful radio station for the Black listeners. Blessings to all on your new adventures. Salute. I thank you. I appreciate you, brother. One of the best barbers in the city. I appreciate him for joining in the chat as usual. And we got Miracle Temple, Pastor Milton in the chat. I seen him graduate. Pastor Milton, you graduated. You had I think it was from Alverna. What was it in? I wasn't even invited to the party. But I'm proud of you, and I appreciate you for all that you do for the people in the community. Pastor Milton is an amazing minister, one of the brothers from the cloth that I hang out with. Y'all know me. I don't like sketchy folks, So if I'm hanging out with folks that I really believe that their heart is on the right side of the fence. I really believe that. Also, who do we got? Let me see. We got Anita. I see you, Anita. Anita Nicole in the chat. What's up, Tory and Truth Nation? Volume 1 is great workout music. Ooh, we dropped that Volume 1. We dropped that Tory Low Show Volume 1. Where is it at? Where's the count at, Andrew?
It's on YouTube, Tory.
You can find it on YouTube. And for those that got sent the email, you may have to navigate through it because I had Andrew send me the email. You got to go in through a whole little passcode. You got to click on a couple things and get to it. But, hey, you got it.
And what's worthwhile, it takes a little work to get.
It do take a little elbow grease to get it. But I had to find it. It kind of went, I don't know if it went in my junk mail or not. Yeah. So go to all mail. Click all mail if you got the email. And look in the all mail, and it's Andrew. Don't it say Andrew Zimmel on there? Yeah, Andrew sent it out yesterday. Sir Chance says, "What up, though? Let's all party on Friday after the show, 3rd Street. And we're going to be at 3rd Street Market Hall. I can't wait." Lady B is in the chat. She says, "Love you, Tory. Love you, Lady B. I appreciate you." Hey, look, we have an amazing following. We have amazing people, and I'll tell you this: the journey continues. And Friday we will have an amazing time. It was a great celebration. A lot of accomplishments to be kind of reflect on. A lot of different situations was brought to the city through this platform, and I will never forget this platform as we move into the next situation. It's just I'll never forget Truth Nation. I started Truth Nation. I started interacting with Truth Nation. We built this concept to where the listeners was able to be actually involved in what's actually happening out here, and I hope that continues. But as we move on, the movement continues. Trust me. Like, we just finna go into another space, but it's gonna be way more work being done. I'm telling you, way more work being done, way more community resource being done. So I can't wait. I'm extremely excited. Friday, we'll be out at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and maybe I might have to, talk to the listeners. If y'all can't make it out, a listener hit me up and said, "Tory, what if we can't make it to the 3rd Street Market Hall?" And I understand that. We'll see. We'll see what's up next. We'll see if we can drop it on there. I was gonna wait till we got to the 3rd Street Market Hall, but we'll see. I hear you and I understand. Hey, look, when we come back, we gonna get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
And that's Tory Low, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy: don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
In Milwaukee County, equity means making sure everyone has a real chance to thrive. That's why the Milwaukee County Office of Equity works to help remove barriers, strengthen community connections, and support fair access to opportunities across Milwaukee County. Want to learn what they do, explore resources, or find ways to get involved? Just search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online. Milwaukee County Office of Equity, advancing equity for all Milwaukee County residents. For more information, search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
This is the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. 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 Advocate, Tory Low, he a soldier for the soul. Power to the people, seeing all the forces moving slow. Open doors for the lows, to the voice of the voiceless. When you feeling like you running out of choice, boy, Tory got the remedy. Activists going to war for black people, his family. Always got his foot on the pedal, running with no energy. Keeping people at a higher level with his empathy. Call him when you need him. He been an angel, but he had to work for his freedom. And his wings spread for his kingdom. And you know he gotta go to war when he sees demons. He been in them cold nights when he had to learn to hold tight. When the pain from the bottom was too much to bear, he was there to get you through the storm. And the advocate, Tory Low, Tory Low,
101.7 The Truth, Tory Low Show. Truth Nation is chiming in. I see some comments on the mixtape. Hey, look, the mixtape is live on YouTube, and it's a thank you to everybody that tuned into the show. It's a thank you, you know. It's appreciation. I was gonna put it on Spotify because you know they was like, no. I said no. I want this to be unique to the Truth Nation listeners. At least it's Volume 1. Now, if I start charging $200 for Volume 2, y'all understand. But this Volume 1 went out there as appreciation for the fans like that tune in every day. I know we got some elders that may not like the hip hop R&B style of music or the political rap style of music, but it's time to change that music genre. It's time to we don't all that shooting and popping and doing all of that. No, I'm an advocate, so my music gonna be geared toward front line. So, if you like the spinning the block and stuff like that, this ain't for you. This ain't the album for you. If you like getting out and helping the community and getting them fools off the street, that's the mixtape for you. This the right mixtape for the front lines. And everything that I've done in the community. A lot of people be like, man, like Tory, did this really happen? Everything that have happened over the last 17 years have happened. This is like, how the drug dealers say they moved 20 keys. Did you really save that many people? Did you really go and rescue a lot of these girls out of human trafficking? Yes, it happened. I'm in the past. I was about to retire. I was taking too many chances. I had too many close calls with my life. So I was like, man, let me take a time out, but God moved me into radio for the last 5 years. And then now we're being moved into, I can't wait to, talk about a lot of the things that's coming up maybe tomorrow, definitely at the after the show. Definitely we're going to talk about it there. But like I said, this is a time to be excited about what's moving forward and just thankful about what we did in the past and what we were able to accomplish in this space. And so it was a verse in the Bible that said, if you be faithful over a few things, just faithful over a few things, God will open it up and make you expand it and make you rule over many things. This is scripture. So when you are on your purpose and on your journey, and you're faithful to the mission, and you know God will reward you with the next space and open it up. So a lot of people was like, oh no, that's from your perception, because maybe you don't have purpose. I don't know, but when you have purpose, you know that your job is never done. Like, it's more to come. We just hit the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip of the iceberg with what we about to do. Josh Hogan said he didn't get a copy of the mixtape. He said he didn't get a copy. It's on YouTube, 1017 The Truth on YouTube, but he want a copy of it. He want his own copy.
I just put it in the YouTube chat as well, Tory.
Oh, to get the copy, how to download it?
Yeah, I put the YouTube link already up.
Andrew said he got the YouTube link down. They said they want the MP3s. I don't know. Maybe resend your email, Josh, in the chat. Or I said check mine when Andrew sent it to me. It didn't come in my regular mail, so I hit all mail, and it was there. So maybe you got to hit the button where it says all mail, and then you'll see it. I had to hit the all mail button. It didn't come into my regular email for some reason, Andrew. So, but like I said, hit all mail and it may be in there, or just kind of resend it and then kind of look for it. We'll get it to you. Just resend the email.
But this is why we did the release on a Wednesday.
And this is why we did it on a Wednesday, right?
I knew we would have a Thursday and potentially a Friday to kind of sort all these things out.
Well, I see some people said that they was a great listen. Where I seen Anita in here. She said she listened to the mixtape. If y'all listen to the mixtape, let me know how y'all feel about it. I love it. I mean, when I'm out driving down the street, I got it cranked. And when I'm getting ready, it kind of give you the spirit of like, we about to make it a great day and really be effective in the neighborhood to me. That's powerful. I ain't heard a lot of music that made me feel that way. Sometimes I listen to music and I think I may want to go get a Pooh Shiesty, man. Sometimes I want to get, go run up in the gas station. That's if you ain't careful, you might listen to this music and get out here and crash out.
Steal a honey bun.
Yeah, like you might go left with if you paying attention to the lyrics. But no, this is about celebration of community. This is about I would let the young people listen to it too. If you older and this ain't your thing, I would give it to the teenagers and let them listen to it. Let them get that spirit of community in their soul. Let that cleanse, let it cleanse through the soul. I mean, somebody asked me, like, Tory, like, why do you talk about community so hard? I said, why do these other people talk about what they doing so hard? This is my real life. You know what I mean? I ain't even got to make nothing up. The reality of what we've been through and what we were able to do is enough. So let's make sure that we understand that it's time to change the culture and make sure that we get in the spirit of being a resource. This is what this is about. Being resourceful, being active, stop being so reactionary, stop following ideas that you don't get no benefit from. Let's really come together and really truly change the community. Only reason the community ain't changed because your mind ain't changed. That's it. The only reason the community ain't changed because you ain't changed. Your mind frame haven't changed. The direction that you're going have not changed. So if you're continuing to go the same direction, you're going to continue to wonder why is nothing going on. At some point, you got to break your mind free from being a sheep, from being a bot. You got to go into go mode. You got to get into active mode. You got to switch. You got to hit that button. Anita Nicole says, I was at the gym at 5:30 a.m. and it helped me to put in an extra 30 minutes. That's powerful. She was listening to the mixtape. She said she was at the gym and the mixtape kept her going, kept her motivated. She also goes on to say, mixtape, not long enough. Volume 2, let's go. It's only, 30 minutes? It's only 30 minutes. Jasmine said, jam to the album in 2 loops. The salsa song had me distracted. Also, burnt the salmon. He was up there,
Damn.
She was doing that. She was doing that cha-cha. We gonna sprinkle on the flavor. We take everything and we sprinkle it. I took advocacy and all I did was sprinkle on the Old Bay. I put that Old Bay, that seasoning on it. You feel me? Hey, I was listening to this when I was getting dressed today. And on ESPN Wisconsin, they just go, this is my intro. So, hey, well, look, I appreciate everybody that dialed in. I appreciate everybody that support, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. If y'all could only see what I see, you'll be excited. You'll be extremely excited. And I'm excited as we move into what's next. The group, I don't know how to say what the whole name is, but the Zenith group, we are going to miss listening to you, Tory. Best luck to you moving forward. And I'll tell you this, as I move forward, we move forward too. Trust me. Y'all get to come with me. I'm not leaving nobody behind. Anybody that just keep up with what I'm doing, and y'all gonna see, oh, this is what Tory was talking about. This is what he was saying. This is what he meant. And it's just like that. It's never going to stop. We're going to continue to expand and do more for our communities, for our people. And when I say you got to regroup, rethink, and reshape, that's also for everyday life. Every time you got to always continue to reshape, regroup, retool, and it gets better. Trust me, I'm the best in the country. I'm the best in the country at what I do. And I'm telling you, we got more to do. And we are ready, and we are prepared, and we are fully loaded on moving forward. Hey, when we come back, we got the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
You are listening to The Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds. innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This sports update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Brewers still haven't lost to the Cubs since October 9th of 2025. They completed the sweep last night, winning 5-0.
A beautiful pitch executed by D.L. Hall. He strikes out Alex Bregman, and the Brewers shut out the Cubs 5-0. And it is a Windy City sweep here this week at Wrigley Field.
No game today, but a huge series rematch against the Dodgers begins tomorrow here in Milwaukee at 6:40. Some bittersweet news from a beloved former Green Bay Packers quarterback. Aaron Rodgers calls it quits after this upcoming season.
Aaron, did you believe this could be your last year? Or do you think that way?
Yes. This is it. Yeah.
Rodgers will go down as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history after his retirement at the conclusion of the 2026 NFL season. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Crying in the hallway, who gon' speak? She say, Tory Low. North side, south side, same pain, same tears on a different door. He the one they call when they can't breathe, when they can't take it anymore. Ever get Tory Low? He gon' ride when it's time, let the city know. Hey! From the hood to the front row. If you hurt, say the word, he gon' stand 10 toes. Ever get Tory Low? Every step, every march, he be in that snow. When it rain, when it cold. If you stuck in the dark, he gon' pull you on. Send him out by the lakefront, bullhorn. Voice cut through the breeze.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. We got the Pop Culture Report by our favorite Pop Culture Report reporter, Nazir Spencer, in studio.
Yes, sir.
Nazir.
Yes, sir. We back.
Now, I'm going to say this, I don't know if this was a legitimate response from Kendrick, because they got it's like a song out here.
Wow. I didn't even know about this.
Okay, so I saw this today, and I don't know if it's legit or was it AI. I thought I would ask you. But I guess allegedly, there's a response from Kendrick. But nowadays, I can't tell because
it's like AI or
it
something?
could be because you know how Eminem got them stands.
Yeah. You already know. We already know.
They rap just like Eminem. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. So is it like,
I don't know if Kendrick got.
What's the name of it? You know the name of it?
I don't know the name of it, but I know it was like the video was him had a owl in an ice block surrounded by dynamite with a rope with the fuse being lit going toward the dynamite.
Oh, I don't know. I ain't seen nothing about that.
I saw
today?
it today.
Oh, that was today. Okay.
On the way in.
Maybe it's out there right now. Maybe I have to try to find it. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing like that.
Okay, well, we got one more day. We got Friday to try to see if that was a legitimate.
If he respond, that's...
I gotta wait to see if it was legitimate because the first wave is like we got to figure out if it's real or not.
Oh man.
Now, I looked around in the comments to try to see if somebody can kind of make out what it is.
Yeah.
But it's allegedly a Kendrick diss.
I feel like he would have posted that like on all his socials though, right? Like he
That's
like
what
to roll
I
it out.
checked his social.
Ain't nothing was there.
Here it go. This song right here.
Let me see that look AI.
It do look AI, but
yeah. I don't know.
It
man.
sound like Kendrick. I don't know.
Ah man, I don't know.
That's the bad part about it. You can't tell now.
That y'all gotta keep. Hey, people listening, man. Be careful what you see on the internet.
Right. It got 34,000 views on the one I saw. It could be AI.
If it's only 34,000 views, it ain't.
Yeah, it just
real.
dropped.
It can't be real.
A lot of the bloggers is sharing it.
I feel like, man, the vloggers though, they be having some type of inside information.
They do.
Sometimes.
And they be spreading the same stuff. But anyway, I just asked you, did you hear?
I see. Yeah, I might have to look into that. That's a good note for tomorrow. But look, I got a few things right now. Hey, real quick though, I just saw this. Wiz Khalifa has reportedly been placed on Romania's wanted persons list after failing to report for a 9-month prison sentence.
What?
I don't know what that's about. Romania? What was he in Romania doing? I don't even know. Well, how is he? He's on the most wanted list right now. Like he's wanted. Like they're trying to get him for a 9-month prison.
Like he
sentence.
was in court.
I don't know if he was smoking weed or something.
You know they could get you for like.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they usually do.
Vapes.
Yeah,
weed, you know.
They had what's her name? The WNBA
basketball player.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but they had her over there for like 8 months. Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
They had her over there for 9 months. Wiz Khalifa, he on the wanted list.
Well, you know, Wiz Khalifa was rolling. He smoked all the time, so he probably got caught.
He's a smart dude too, so he ain't gonna do nothing like sober. So he ain't gonna be like violent or nothing. He don't
no, I mean, but he do got weed on him in some countries.
Every time.
Some countries got different laws than the United States, but we arrogant. We from the United States. We some of the most arrogant.
We do it in states
Americans,
we're not supposed to.
We go and we think everything is how it is here.
Right.
But when you get to other countries, they don't have the freedom or the laws are different.
A lot different.
There's some people going to jail in other countries for yelling at people in public. Like in Dubai, you can't snap out at nobody in public.
You can't talk about the Queen in England.
Yeah, you can't say nothing about the Queen of England.
Because you get arrested right away. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you, so that's why I tell people when you're trying to travel international, you need to read the rules. What not to do.
Because if he get nine months in Romanian prison, I feel like that's terrifying. Because I know prison's terrifying in general, but across the world, nobody close to you. You know what I'm saying? You just stuck in jail. That make no sense.
And ain't no telling what they doing in them jails.
Oh, here you go.
You think we got bad jails in America?
What you think?
I don't know.
What you saying, Tory Low?
Don't go to jail over there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm scared.
I
I'm
didn't
scared
watch
to even
the
think
movies,
about
the Russian movies where they punching people and it's a lot of abuse going on in these.
I'm scared to even think about it.
That's what I'm saying. At least in our jail system, you ain't supposed to be abused. You getting abused. You might get abused, but you ain't supposed to be.
Right. Wiz Khalifa too. I mean, he got money, I don't know. Maybe they be scared of him because he tatted up or something. But
it's definitely a weed thing with him.
It gotta be.
Come on now, he not doing nothing.
He not doing nothing else.
He just makes songs and smoke.
He just vibe
and mess with girls.
Help his kids
he
out.
ain't even out here gangster like that.
Yeah,
you know
he's a smart dude.
Smart dude, but like I said, he rolling. He want to roll up. He may have, while he was performing, kind of,
Well, he was performing in Romania.
Yeah, you know how much money you could get performing overseas.
I guess, but
I mean, it's a lot of money outside the United States. It's rappers that ain't even famous in the United States that's getting a bag overseas.
Really?
Yeah. It's rappers from Milwaukee that go overseas every year.
Who?
I forgot the young man name because he ain't popular in the United States.
Really?
But when I first came home, I forgot his name is on the tip of my tongue. He goes to overseas to do music and he makes money.
That's crazy. Hey, Tory Low getting y'all some tips out there. If y'all listening, y'all trying to pursue music, start overseas, like the NBA.
That's why a lot of artists they'll start them out over there, so they can get polished and then run them back to the United States,
like the G League.
Well, now they got TikTok and stuff like that, so now they looking for artists already polished. Well,
you can make a
right now. I don't know if that system still exists because now people got Instagram, TikTok. They can create their own fans. You can have 200,000 followers before you even get a deal.
So Wiz was overseas just smoking and performing, getting a bag, super bag.
I don't know. He is we all know Wiz Khalifa is if he in trouble, he got caught with the weed. That's it.
Absolutely. There's no other way.
You can put some money on that.
Oh yeah. We go on Cauchy and bet on that one. But look, I got another idiot on the Eagles that got in trouble.
What's up with these football players lately?
Nolan Smith was arrested for allegedly speeding and reckless driving per the Georgia Gazette.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
So 137 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. What car are you driving, first of all? 70 miles per hour, you going
a Maserati.
He's a former Georgia football player, and his mugshot is just him like slightly smirking.
All right, let me tell you this. It's going to come a time where the league going to just get rid of these type of players.
I'm telling you.
You can't, with social media out here, and if you were to kill somebody, and we talk about reckless driving all the time. We talk about reckless driving in our city. We hate reckless driving going on.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, you think that you finna get funded to be reckless? The league gonna start cutting them off. They're gonna start saying they're gonna start coming back. It's gonna be a little breach of contract type thing, and they're gonna just get rid of these people. And then they're gonna be running around like Andrew, what's the old boxer that's going around?
Andrew, I know you're talking about
Broner or something.
Yeah, Anthony Broner.
Broner,
like
out there,
stealing
folks' money.
Yeah, he lost. I don't know what's wrong with him. But you got to think too. The NFL, they don't really care.
Adrian Broner.
Yeah, Adrian Broner. The NFL don't really care though. Let's be real. I mean, we what's the case we've been following? The Mike Vrabel case. Nothing going on with that. I'm just saying, because the NBA, they was quick to fire Ime Udoka for getting with one of the clients or whatever, not clients, but one of the workers on his team.
Look what happened to the guy from Michigan.
I'm saying, look, the NFL don't really care.
Well, I'll say this:
they get a slap
you
on
gotta
the
have the
wrist.
complexion for the connection. You can't do what they do.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you can't.
You can't do it. Yeah, you're right.
You can't.
Ime Udoka was out of there in like a week.
So what
Not
I'm
even,
saying,
maybe less.
I mean, the other, I'm trying to tell, and it was highly publicized.
They was posting out everywhere. They ain't talking about Mike Vrabel no more.
And when his wife like Nia Long?
Yeah. I'm like, that's
I mean, you know
what?
what's weird is y'all worship these celebrity relationships, but look at Halle Berry. Halle Berry was just on a podcast saying that she had to fake the ending in her relationships to keep the man happy.
Wow.
Like, I saw that. I was like, oh, wow, yeah. What? I was like, oh, wow. Like, this is just something that I saw yesterday.
She had to
And then look at Vivica Fox. All of these actresses and stuff like that. This is why we should stop trying to make these celebrities relationship goals. Because we don't know the truth.
Right. Man, I'm just saying, though, getting them out of there if they look like us. And look, I'm just saying, these players are not smart right now. They have all the money in the world. And like me, I'm 24 years old. If I get that type of money, I'm not doing stupid stuff like that.
I think that when people do bonehead stuff like this, that they've been hitting helmet to helmet of too many times.
Even before that, though. Even before they even get to the league, they do stupid stuff.
But like I said, they've been crashing helmets since Little League.
I guess. College ain't that bad,
Maybe had
though.
a missed concussion somewhere.
College just as soft as the league.
I'm just saying.
Man.
They know that these athletes may have some brain damage.
It's just a shame, man. Seeing these young players that you want to see do good, and they just do stupid stuff.
All right, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Nazir Spencer. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Low Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Brew Crew are back on June 2nd.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the San Francisco Giants.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
Brewers baseball is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in June 2nd at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because
You were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem, but the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement. Or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Huh. Heard them bots talking, but they sounding real slow. We bout that action. Yeah. Locked in and ready to go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Big steel toe soul.
1017 The Truth. Tory Low Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Nazir Spencer.
Yo.
Yeah, I've been bumping this song that just played off the mixtape.
I was gonna say, when I was producing this one there.
Yeah, I mean this was bang. Like when you ready to hit the speaker.
Yeah,
that bass, I turned the bass up.
Why all the good songs? Well, I mean, it was already good songs. Hold on, it was already good songs, but
you can't throw it all out there. You know?
I know. I wanted to play that stuff though.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, like, hey, I was, it woke me up, and when I hear that song, I just.
Yeah, get the bus.
You be rolling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't want to waste no gas, but I do take an extra trip around the corner.
Nah, I'm still not wasting gas. Not right now. Hey, I got something for you, man. I want to talk about two things sports related. One with the Bucks and one with kind of the Packers.
Okay.
But the Bucks, the Heat are reportedly offering Milwaukee native Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Khalil Ware, and the number 13 pick, and 2 future first-round picks for Giannis. I think that's the best we're going to get, to be honest with you.
For the Heat?
Yeah. For the Heat, we get Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, their 6-man, and their new young, really tall 7'1" center, Khalil
But is he
Ware.
good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think it's potential.
Khalil Ware is nice. Very nice. Absolutely. He's 7'1". For Giannis.
But it's only one Wemby though. Like I said,
Oh no,
I ain't seen. When you talk about
man.
you up there, I'm just talking.
I say he's good. He ain't generational.
Okay,
Wemby's,
I'm just saying.
Wemby's
he can
generational.
hold the roster spot.
Right? Yeah. He I'm telling you.
Is he good for 20 points or is he good for 27?
I think he's more defensive, but he could definitely play some offense.
Well, we definitely need some defense.
Yeah. I don't know.
We
Tyler
can grow
Hero.
him up.
Yeah. Tyler Hero. He's been to the finals twice. He don't got a ring or nothing, but he got 2 Eastern Conference titles. He's a great player. He's 6-man of the year at one point. I mean,
he hurt though.
He was hurt that last year. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, people don't, depending on the injury, they kind of lose a little juice a little bit.
Yeah. I just
you want to injure Tyler Hero, which I like him. I like him.
Yeah.
But you already know.
It's my boy Tyler, man. I mess with Tyler.
We don't want to be fascinated with the image. We want to know what the health sheet look like.
Right. I don't know. I think
I'm just saying.
What's the best we go get, though? I mean, outside of that.
Well, just let's wait and see because if they threw that on the table, that means other teams would have to come with either something better. Because, it's what they call the sweepstakes.
A lot of
it's the
teams,
Giannis sweepstakes.
Yeah. A lot of teams don't want to give up that much, though. Like, they saw Luka trade, and they thought, okay, well, Anthony Davis not even on the Mavs no more. But the Mavs got Cooper Flag now, so it don't matter. But I'm just saying, like, after that
they
trade.
They just found another Luka, a younger Luka.
Right, pretty much. Like, an American Luka.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just think teams are a little bit more cautious on.
Dallas going to keep a nice white boy on the team.
Oh, every time. They had Jason Kidd at one point, and he was coaching.
Yeah,
they just fired him.
Dallas, they look for like
always.
That's what they do.
He dating a black girl though. Shout out Cooper Flag.
Okay, well, like I said, hopefully it don't turn out to be a situation like Travis Kelce.
Oh, you might be right.
I just hope not.
Dang.
I hope it ain't
it's a new
like
fear
that.
unlocked now.
I'm just saying.
Man, he's dating the girl. So they both went to Duke. She played on the women's basketball team.
Well, maybe it may work out.
But I don't know. I think this
white chocolate.
Yeah, people might call him that in Dallas.
Right.
Think about that. I like Dallas.
He's gonna get a shag.
But what would you say, Andrew?
He's gonna get a shag.
What is that?
You guys don't know what shag is?
With the back, where the hair be in the back.
Oh, no, don't do that. He don't need that.
That's Dallas original right there.
I thought you were talking about Spy Who Shagging. Austin Powell.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, he don't need that. I don't know. I just think this is the best package we're gonna get. Just to keep an eye out on, but whatever. The Cavs might offer some stuff if they lose.
All right, I'll say this. Now that this offer is on the table, you got to let this. Sometimes you can't jump at the first offer.
No, they're not.
But at least it's something to weigh.
Yeah.
The measure what they would offer. So somebody might be like, what they offer this, I might go crazy and offer this.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to tell you, the sweepstakes is real.
Giannis could be.
I think at least need to be 3 teams to offer before you make a choice.
Yeah. Giannis gonna be mad regardless because any team that he gets traded to is gonna be gutted. Like he's not. All the players gonna be gone. All the future picks gonna be. They have to win now. They have to win like in the next year or two.
Right.
So whatever. But some sad news confirmed yesterday. Aaron Rodgers, former Packers quarterback, is retiring after next year.
And I think that's about right. I think this should be his farewell season.
It's my favorite player
He's back
ever.
with his old coach.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
The
Full
Pittsburgh Steelers just turned into the Green Bay Packers.
They got some troublesome wide receivers, so it makes sense, I guess.
No, what I'm saying is they finna use the formula that they used to win in Green Bay.
You have to.
And that means there's not a lot of learning. It's like you know what to do.
But yeah, they
like,
did
you know who to pass it to.
You still gotta teach the offense, but
they gonna be giving it. They on another level.
Yeah, they're different. They're too smart for the game. They've seen everything.
They can call in singles by winking at each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they at least got a good coach and a good quarterback to and this should be Aaron Rodgers last year.
Sad, man, because after last season, I thought it was over for him. I was like, man, that's my favorite player ever. I wish he got another ring though. I don't think he'd go get one because it's a little too hard in today's day and age, man. But Aaron Rodgers, the BOAT, that's what I call him, the best of all time, not the GOAT. He was. I think he's the best quarterback, most talented quarterback we've ever seen. Even if Patrick Mahomes is doing what he's doing, I don't think he's better than Aaron Rodgers in his prime.
Okay, we got some information in the chat. 7435 says Strickland is a Milwaukee rapper who made a rap group with Master Ace, Born to Roll, called EMC. They're famous in Germany.
These are Milwaukee rappers?
All lyrics, all lyrical bars. Yeah, from Milwaukee, Strickland.
In Germany?
He's famous in Germany.
Wow.
And he made a group with Master Ace, Born to Roll.
What? This is crazy.
Yeah. I think that's who I met. Like it was.
Yeah.
He was famous. He would go on tour outside the United States.
You ever had him on the show?
No, this was a long time ago. This was back
Okay.
when I first came home, like 2011. I would.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Because everybody need to know all routes. I think we only look at one route, like the Drake, Kendrick, Lamar route, but we don't look at marketing. We don't look at advertising campaigns, commercials, music trailers. We don't look at none of that. TV shows.
Yeah,
that's money. All that is money.
You got to travel a little bit. You got to go, switch sceneries. Go do something different, and then get noticed by doing that. And then once you get that notice, all them views, you'll get all the praise when you come back to the United States because nobody else doing what you're doing.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I'd rather have the income coming in than to be famous.
Yeah, that's true.
Because sometimes you could be famous and don't have the income coming in.
That's true. That's true. That's very
I'm trying
true.
to tell you, it's a lot of people the people that make the most money off of rap music don't even know how to rap.
Man, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad.
All right.
That's sad. Moment of silence for them. Right? That's sad. That's sad.
If I'm cutting you a check, what does my check look like?
Right.
Okay.
See, if you got a homie that make music, you better get him on the right path, man. Anybody listening, I got a homie on music, or if you on music yourself. But real quick, one of my favorite shows of all time ended yesterday. It's called The Boys. I don't know if you ever seen it.
What was it on Netflix?
It was on Amazon Prime. It's one of those. So the show's around these superheroes, but they're not superheroes. This is like if Milwaukee has superheroes, it would be like they're trash. Like they're evil. Like they're secretly evil.
Mm-hmm.
They're dreading people. They don't like anybody. They're just normal human beings that suck. And there's a group that are trying to take them down. It's a cool little idea that they came up with. It just ended yesterday after 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Great show. Go check it out. I think you should check it out.
I might have to watch it. I'm going to take your recommendation.
I think it also it makes fun of like politics. So I think people enjoy that because we kind of need that sometimes.
How many seasons was it?
5. That was the 5th season.
So I got to go binge.
I mean, it's only 8 episodes per season, so you'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
It's like 40 episodes.
See, I hate binging.
I know.
Because now you gotta, because if you got a full day, now the nighttime becomes where you gotta kind of sneak it in.
Yeah, you could watch like 2 a
You
night.
get no sleep cutting into my sleep time.
No, just watch 2 a night. You'll be all right.
We'll see.
Hey, last pop culture tomorrow.
Last pop culture tomorrow.
I'm gonna bring some heat. I don't know what yet, but we go figure it
Hey,
out.
make it powerful.
Oh yeah, we go bring some heat.
Make it powerful. One for the history books.
Buy your Usher and Chris Brown tickets.
Hey,
we go.
We going together.
Hell yeah, we can go.
When
Chicago.
When you find a good deal, let me know.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna let you know.
When you see the good deal, let me know.
Yeah, we go slide together.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
So I was shocked that they let an advocate get on the air. Because I was like, man, do y'all really want to know what's really going on out here in these streets? I wish I could have a whole show that y'all could listen to every phone call that come to my. I could do a whole show on my voice message. Just people calling, talking about what's happening. Just off the voice message, y'all wouldn't even believe what I got in my voice message. That if I'm gonna start a podcast after show, I'm gonna let y'all hear the raw material because we can't even play it on the air. That's how real it is out here. That's why I ain't got time for all y'all all that extra stuff that y'all be trying to do. I'm just happy that we're able to have these great, powerful conversations. But I'm gonna always remind y'all that we gotta still get out here and get to work.
The Tory Low Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work, the groceries, The cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Low Show on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Low. Tory Low Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Hey, look, Truth Nation, we got guests in the studio now. I had to have this group come in. First Tee from southeastern Wisconsin is in studio. We have Tom Gerke and Wyatt O'Laughlin in studio. And First Tee is a golf organization that works with young children, teach them how to golf, and mentorship ideas as well. Thank y'all for joining me.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for joining me, because
good to be here.
I was telling somebody that it was not a lot of golfing opportunities for young black children. And when I heard that this was something that was available for all children, first of all, but the opportunity to have people from the North Side, young boys and girls, I guess, to come through, that I had to have y'all on the show, because this is amazing. Help me out. Let's talk about it. What's going on, Tom?
So we're a youth development organization where it's golf and life skills. So it's parents like to know that it's a good outdoor activity. There's no cell phones. There's no anything like that. We're going to teach them how to play golf, but we're also teaching them. I tell people it's like half golf, half life skills. So you're going to learn how to behave, learn how to respect each other, respect your coaches, persevere through tough times, both at school, at home, and with golf. So we try to integrate those values of golf into how it's going to be with you when you're in trouble, or you're mad at home, or you're mad at school.
Mm-hmm.
You deal with it. You just have to process it inside, take a deep breath, and deal with it. Just like when you hit a bad golf shot, you're just going to take a deep breath, relax, and then move on.
Kind of like I do when I try to drive the ball and it don't make it past the women's tee.
We'll set you up. We'll take
What do
care
they call it when you hit the ball and you don't make it past the women's tee? Ain't it a name for that?
I don't know.
We might can't say it on the radio. I don't know.
That's probably right.
But other than that, once I get out there on the green, I'm not that bad.
That's the thing, is a lot of guys, especially professional athletes, they struggle off the tee, but then when they get close to the green, it's okay. But I think there's just that mental image that I have to hit the ball off the tee so far and so strong.
Like, because we've been watching the PGA.
Yeah, you see those guys swing so hard.
When your first experience at golf is as an adult, all of them years of watching Tiger Woods, watching the PGA tournament, you think you got to get up there and crack it at least 200 and some yards.
Right. And the funny thing is that the easier you swing, the ball's going to go farther, because when there's less tension in your arms and shoulders, the club snaps through the bottom and goes farther. And that's the same thing we see with the kids. We go to the range. Can we hit driver? Can we hit driver? Coach Tom, can we hit driver? I'm like, well, we're going to start with wedges, and then we're going to go to driver. We're going to talk about the logic of the golf swing and go through it. But in our classes, it's kids of different ages. We have different age groups, but we'll have kids from the city. We'll have kids from Menominee Falls. We'll have kids from Heartland, and they don't know each other's backgrounds, and they don't care, and we don't care. It's just everybody's in there together having fun, learning from each other, and learning how to be respectful to each other.
Well, I'll say this. Is it ever too late to correct your golf swing? Like when you get them when they're young, you could develop the golf swing. But what if I came out there and tried to swing? Can I ever get a good swing developed at this, at an older age?
We would have to come up to an agreement to say, don't watch YouTube golf videos, don't watch too much Golf Channel stuff, and just stick with the game plan.
As long as you have some patience.
Okay. I mean, because, I'm just now getting opportunities to have golf experiences.
It's just you hit a good shot, you want more, and then you want more,
right?
And then you want more. Just stay with what you got.
Because 620 do golfing, and then so I get invited to the tournament.
Sure.
And so I suck at first, but when it come down to the putting, I get I do a lot better. Yeah.
I'll give you 2 or 3 lessons before the outing. You're going to be good to
That's
go.
That's pow. Hey, look, we got Wyatt in the studio. Look, Wyatt, your operations. What's going on?
I mean, I think one of the big things for us is we've got First Tee Week coming up next week.
Okay.
So we're celebrating our coaches. So it's Dear Coach Week. And we've really – big thing that for First Tee we try to do is create opportunities for young people in the city and Southeast Wisconsin across our 10-county area. So that looks different depending on what we're talking about. So we work in schools, we work with community partners, and then we do on-course programs that Tom leads as well. So it's about meeting young people where they are, providing mentorship, and just making sure that kids not only have the opportunity to play golf, but they have the opportunity to then learn from it and grow as a person. I mean, a lot of the things that we talk about is growing through challenge. Like you're talking about, golf is not an easy sport. You're going to hit some bad shots. It's not always going to be, a perfect shot right down the fairway. But what you can do then is learn about that and then take that to home and school. And so a big part of what we're talking about this week is just celebrating our coaches and the work that they do.
That's what's up.
Every day for our young people.
Now, when we talk about just access to golf, I always say, it's not a lot of access from kids like young, black children, I would say, to the sport of golf. And so to have First Tee be one of those resources and organizations that says, hey, why not? Why shouldn't they not have access to this sport? And we're willing to help and be a part of allowing them to have that access. That's powerful.
Exactly. And one of the benefits of our partnership, which is a very positive partnership with Milwaukee County Parks, is our agreement is that kids can play free at Noyes Park Golf Course, which is it's a 9-hole par 3 course, but kids can play free. And any of our programs, they're very, very affordable, but if you're struggling, you just need to check the financial aid box and you're in. So we will never turn anybody away for financial reasons.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And I'll say this, when I saw that it was an organization in the community, I needed the community to know about this because this summer is coming up.
Right.
And kids need things to do.
Our summer programming starts the week of June 22nd, so it's the week after MPS is done, and then it's a 9-week summer program. On our website, you'll see, for example, if it was a class from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Monday, you'll do 9 Mondays in a row. So you just pick a day and a time that works for you. We also lead programming at Lake Park on Thursdays and Fridays. And our partner courses are Brown Deer, Dretska, Curry through the Tosa Rec Department. So those are partners, and we're at Rolling Meadows in Fond du Lac also, and down at Washington Park Muni in Kenosha. So we have those are partners, they're not the ones that we directly lead, but my role is to kind of oversee, make sure everybody's got the First Tee message going and it's being delivered in the way we want it to.
And what age group of youth are you looking for?
We have 4 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 13, and then 14 and older. So those are the age groups.
And So this runs how many weeks?
9 weeks over the summer.
So 9 weeks over the summer.
Yep.
And do they participate in like a tournament to see the skill set, or
no?
It's just training.
As we go on, we do games and competitions during the classes once. So the class would be like halftime on the putting green, halftime on the range, and then we'll do some kind of competitive activity. Usually split the group into two, and then we'll do teams like orange golf balls versus yellow golf balls, whoever gets more on the green, stuff like that. So as they get older, it's more time on the golf course. The younger kids, it's more just range and putting, stuff like that. But as they get older, it turns into more of a mentorship. Like the 14 and older, it's more your golf swing on the golf course, thinking about your life. What are you going to do in the future? Start to think about what you're going to do after school.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they say a lot of deals is made on the golf course.
Absolutely.
You're already setting them up for that.
Exactly.
I mean, that's true. Like they say a lot of people make deals by going golfing, and, you know, they'll talk about life and things like that, what you just described.
And that's one of the things especially with the older kids, it's what are you going to do when you hit a bad shot? Are you going to cry? Are you going to throw your club down? You're going to stomp your feet? Because things are going to happen in life. That's the way it is. So plan on having failure, and what are you going to do? It's an opportunity to learn and improve. And I recently saw an interview with Michael Jordan, which is I'm a big fan, and he said he wouldn't have had his success if he wouldn't have had failures, and that makes you grow better as a person. And that's really what we're all about, is helping kids grow as people.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is an amazing program. And if parents, you're out there listening and you don't, you know, really have too much planned for your child for the summer, this is affordable. This is a great experience for the youth. And when we come back, we have a story about a mother who used the program and had success with her son in the program. I want to talk about that. I want to at least hear that story.
Sure.
When we get back. Hey, look, we got First T in the studio. We got Tom. We got Wyatt. When we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
You are listening to The Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends, if it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This is the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's the type of heat that melt the candle wax, making moves to handle that. Never had to scam or trap the advocate. This for every mother who was beaten, who was bruised. If he put his hands on you, don't hesitate to move. What would Tory do? The advocate. Seeing how you move, I can see you had a clue. It take courage to do what you had to do. What would Tory do? The advocate.
Hard as I can go, I hope you understand. If I fall, the world might end, so I can't pretend. But I can recommend, call Tory Low.
1017 The Truth, Tory Low Show. Hey, look, we got an amazing guest. We got First Tee of Southeastern Wisconsin in the studio. Look, we got Tom, we got Wyatt in the studio. There are amazing stories coming out about the program, about families being able to get their children involved and have actual change in the child as they go along the program.
That's one of the things we hear from surveys we send out. But just myself as a coach, you see the difference in the behavior from week 1 to week 9 over the summer, for example, where if a child is shy or afraid to do stuff, the parents say, well, my son, my daughter is more comfortable doing things they've never done before. They're not afraid to try new stuff. They're not afraid to meet new kids in their class. They're more comfortable doing things. And that's part of what we do in our classes is everybody's going to get along. There's not going to be any making fun of anybody. We're all in this together. I don't care what background you have. We're all in this together, and we're going to learn and grow as a team.
When you talk about the difficulties, I always talk about when it comes to the difficulties of getting the kids moved around with transportation. Sometimes the busy schedules where the parent may be at work and they have to come. How do y'all get around and manage a lot of that when it comes to just transportation ideas or getting the kids to be able to have the experience without having any interruption?
Well, if we offer, I think, enough variety of days and times where it should be possible to get your child to Noise or to Lake Park, and maybe Wyatt can talk about where we pay for transportation for a group from Neighborhood House.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big things for us is meeting kids where they are. So we also have a school program. So we provide equipment, training, and curriculum to PE teachers for them to implement a golf unit in their school time. So we've got 112 active school program partners across Southeast Wisconsin, reaching over 40,000 kids.
That's what's up.
So, and then through different partnership models. So a lot of what we talk about with like MPS. MPS estimates that about 90% of the equipment they have comes from us. So we have generous donors that reach out to us, drop it off at our office. We store it all, and then coaches can come by and pick it up whenever they want. And working with, specifically over at Golda Meir, the head coach over there, Dave Miller's done a tremendous job with growing the golf within MPS. And I think now the kids see this as an opportunity for them to get involved in. And some of the barriers are limited. They have a golf space at Golda Meir where they can come play. They have equipment. It's like, hey, why not do this? I like Coach Dave, and I think golf might be an opportunity for me. And now you're seeing that spread across different schools. Word of mouth is spreading amongst the students, and it's pretty incredible to see the growth there, amongst other partnerships we're doing as well, and we can maybe get into some of that as well. But.
Well, look, we got a parent on the lines, Paige.
Awesome.
On the lines.
Nice.
Let's get her on the line.
Yes.
How you doing, Paige?
I am good. I'm literally sitting in Rome, Italy right now, calling in. Yes,
wow.
This is important. The first tee has been instrumental in my family's and my son's life. So when Tom reached out, I said, absolutely, let me know how I can call in because I'd love to share our story.
Well, kind of give the audience a kind of a ideal of what took place with your family when it comes to getting involved with First Tee.
So First Tee was recommended to me from a friend down in Atlanta. She had a young son with some developmental issues. My son doesn't have developmental issues. However, when he was younger, he had some anger issues. And so we got involved with the First Tee probably when he was 9 or 10. And we were, having issues at school and just, the focus wasn't there. And once we started with the program, we continued for, I think, 2 years. And then we took a year break. And then he came back as a teenager, and his confidence level shot up. His problem-solving ability shot up, as well as respect for his elders and for other people. And now, this last year, he was a junior golf coach for the kiddos for Northcott House. So it was full circle that he was able, yes, it was full circle. Thanks to Coach Tom and Wyatt. It was just great.
So you're saying that you watched your son change a lot of his behavior due to attending the program. That's amazing as a mother to see that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to see his growth, like I said, his confidence, he had been being bullied at school and just it was remarkable, and we are so appreciative to the First Tee of Southeastern Wisconsin.
All right, well, I won't hold you too long, but kind of what do you want the community to know about your experience and having their young people involved in First Tee?
I think one of the things that I'm always impressed with First Tee is that they provide an opportunity for every kind of student, every kind of child, whether you have equipment or you don't have equipment. They have equipment that they give to the kids to use for the season. The coaches are all very, very respectful of wherever you are. They work with the students where they're at. I love to see all the girls out there playing too. That was really critical that it's both boys and girls who are involved in golf. And they have their 9 sentiment, about responsibility and community. And I just think it's great that they offer that to all sorts of students in our area.
Wow. Look, thank you, Paige, for coming in and telling your story. Many times we get programs coming in and out, and they don't have any examples or they don't bring in any people that have benefited from the story. But you definitely have told your testimony, which is a testament to what y'all doing at First Tee.
Yeah, and like Paige said, when Robert started, we had some anger situations, and I would literally meet with Paige after every class and say, how did we do today? And we would talk to Robert about, okay, I know you're going to get mad, but this is how we're going to try and deal with it. And it's just grown from there. And when Paige called me after they took some time off from First Tee and said he was having some trouble being bullied, and I think she said to me that she knew First Tee was a safe place, a comfortable space, and I said, well, let's get him back in classes, and not only that, but let's get him a job as a junior coach, have his first job as a paid employee, so he helps out with Neighborhood House on Thursdays right now. But he's been an incredible transformation.
And these young kids grow up with the knowledge of how to play the game of golf and calculation and mental fortitude. This is amazing that he's now working for First Tee, a program that helped him mature as a young teen.
It's a great story, and it's problem solving. It's dealing with things. And Robert took part in our leadership series at the PGA Tour Superstore over the winter, and that gave us a little bit more insight into what he wants for his future. And I'm happy for me, since I've known him for 8 or 9 years, to see where he is now and how he's thinking about future, and it's really nice.
Now, I'll say this: give the information for those that are listening, and they have a young person that could get involved in this program during the summer. And y'all got golf clubs as well. Y'all don't have to even you just drop them off.
Yep.
Get signed up and just drop them off. Y'all handle the rest, and then come pick them back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got golf clubs for them. The website's First Tee SEW for Southeast Wisconsin, firstteesew.org. All the schedules, and you can sign up online.
Wyatt, I'm going to give you a few words to the community before we go to break.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, you're hearing Robert's story. It's about perseverance. It's about showing up for the young people in our community and breaking down some of those barriers. And what I always like to say about my experience is I know what the game of golf did for me. I know what being outside and learning all these positive things from the game did. So I know what it can do for other young kids in the community. And I really believe in the work that we do. It's seeing the joy on a kid's face will never get old. And so if you're a parent, I would say sign your kid up, and you'll never know where it can take them.
How long you been playing golf, Wyatt?
So been playing for a while. So I'd say since middle school. I was a caddy at Triple I Country Club in 8th grade, and so was Tom.
Okay.
But that was kind of our introduction to the game, my introduction to the game, and have loved it ever since.
Oh, wow. Well, look, I appreciate First Tee for coming in, doing amazing work. I appreciate that, and I want to help out as well, try to give my energy to the young people to help volunteer to make sure that I do my part as well.
Sure, and on the website, if you want to volunteer coach, Wyatt is going to be the contact. There's on the top of our website, I think it says how to help out.
Yeah, no, reach out to me, and I think the main thing I want to let people know is it's about having fun. If you sign up for to help volunteer with any of our programs, you're going to be out there having fun with kids. And so reach out to me. You can find all of our information on our website, like Tom said. It's a pretty simple process to get you involved, and we'd love to have you.
And the website and the number to call.
firstsew.org.
Yep. firstsew.org. I think the easiest way to reach out to us is on our website. You can find all the contact information there.
All right. Thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you.
I got the hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I need to get the golf clubs.
We can get you set up with every need.
Now I need to get my swing together.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
All right. Hey, thank y'all for coming through. Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
More of the Tory Low Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
This sports update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Brewers still haven't lost to the Cubs since October 9th of 2025. They completed the sweep last night, winning 5-0.
A beautiful pitch executed by D.L. Hall. He strikes out Alex Bregman, and the Brewers shut out the Cubs 5-0. And it is a Windy City sweep here this week at Wrigley Field.
No game today, but a huge series rematch against the Dodgers begins tomorrow here in Milwaukee at 6:40. Some bittersweet news from a beloved former Green Bay Packers quarterback. Aaron Rodgers calls it quits after this upcoming season.
Aaron, do you believe this could be your last year, or do you think that way?
Yes. This is it, yeah.
Rodgers will go down as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history after his retirement at the conclusion of the 2026 NFL season. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Case on the news, but they mute that pain. So we call one name, trying to change that game. Tory pull up, check to the table, ask who failed you, who lied, who labeled. He know every auntie, cousin, brother, uncle, niece. He don't just talk justice, he don't leave it in a tweet. When it all go wrong, we call on Tory Low. When the judge look cold, we call on Tory Low. From the block to the boardroom, everybody know. If the whole world's silent, we call on Tory Low. Say, call on Tory Low. Hey, oh, call on Tory Low. When they treat us like we invisible, he shows. So when the walls close in, we call on Tory. He out front city hall.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. Hey, I had to keep Tom and Wyatt for one more segment because I don't think we talked about a lot about how the volunteer, to bring more volunteers in. I think we mentioned it, but I think that for those that want to volunteer, you don't always have to know how to golf to volunteer.
No, I do a coach training where there's basically, not to get technical with the golf swing, but there's basically 9 positions of the golf, how to hold it, how to stand, and that's going to be easy to understand, easy to learn, but it's almost equally important, if not more, to understand that we want to establish a relationship with the child, with the class, to have fun with them, not just talking to them or talking at them. You're going to get to know the kid over the 9 weeks session or the spring or fall session. So you start to understand their personality. They learn the trust of another adult, and you can understand how they think, help them through some problems, understand why they're mad today, why they're having trouble. We always talk about how's school today, how's school this week, what's going on. So everything relates, but that's the main thing with the coaches, is establishing a relationship with the kids to develop their character skills.
And y'all listen to the Tory Low Show too as well. Like,
absolutely.
Hey, look, on break, he gave a Tory Low impression. They said they keep the Tory Low Show on in their offices, so he gave like a Tory Low impression that maybe it just cracked me up. So I'm not gonna make him do it live on the air.
Tory Low, wonderful.
Oh, wow. Now, when you talk about bullying, because I like to add that in there, because we talk about bullying with these kids. It seems like bullying has just become this thing where we haven't got a grip on yet in these schools. A lot of these kids, you said in the story where the Page's son was being bullied.
Right.
How do you teach during golf? How do golf kind of equates with dealing with bullying?
Well, with the golf and the bullying, it's you can't control outside distractions. You can't control what someone else does. You can only control what you do. If the wind's blowing, I need to hit a different type of shot. If someone makes fun of the shirt I have on, so what? It's not going to hurt me any. You have to be so confident in yourself and not really care what somebody else's opinion is of you, because it doesn't make any sense what they're saying to you. And so you
got to block out the noise.
Exactly.
Just like golfers do.
Right.
But they tell people to be quiet usually on a golf course.
Well, it's just once you get over the ball, that's the only thing in the whole world. Mainly when I start to get you on track, once you get over the ball, that's the only thing happening. Don't think about the wind. Don't think about people are watching me. Don't think about anything else but the way you're going to swing.
Well, I got a problem because I got PTSD about being on the golf course. When I was in Iowa And that was right when Tiger Woods was just smoking hot. Everybody thought I was going to hit the ball. So everybody would stop and watch to see if I was going to knock that ball 200-something feet. And I was like, no, I was striking out. So, and it was like, oh, he ain't, Everybody felt like they had to, at least I did. I felt like at least I had to do something because Tiger Woods was hot at the time.
It's the same thing. I'm a PGA professional, which means I know the golf business and know how to teach, but people that don't know golf think, oh, you're a PGA pro. Did you play in the tour? I'm like, no, I'm not that good. I just know how to teach and run a golf business.
Yeah, you teach me how to be a PGA.
Right.
There's levels.
How far are you on the level?
I'm not quite there, but I can play a little bit. It depends on the day.
We got some comments. Mo the Elephant says, I cannot swing those golf balls the way I see Tiger Woods. No wonder he is always trying to set up them extracurricular activities outside of golf.
Well,
wow.
No one can swing like Tiger Woods or some of the top level players because it's kind of the way TV portrays it as it's all power golf. And if the harder you try and swing, the worse you're going to do, especially for adults. You want to hit the ball 300 yards, you're going to hit it 300 yards, but it's going to go sideways. If you think swing 50 or 60% of what you've got in the tank, you're going to hit it straight.
Well, I think golf also teaches kids how to stop bullying because once they learn how to swing, you don't need a club to make the swing.
No, they're
I'm just messing with you.
I'm
just playing.
Their personality and their change as we go through the classes. And if we have a class of 10 or 15, if any situation comes up where there's somebody even come anywhere near bullying, we'll stop the entire class and say, we're not doing that today. That's not what First Tee is all about.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming back for this. I just wanted to make sure we get the volunteer and the conversation about the bullying in. And once again, give the information for those that are listening at home, how they can get their children involved. One more time.
FirstTeeSEW.org. And I think what I would want to say is, We're about trying to build a community at First Tee. So there's a lot of different ways to help out. The only way that you can really reach out or figure out more about what we do is reach out to us, figure out how you can get involved.
Mm-hmm.
You can get out to schools. You can get out to our programs. We host field trips at Noise. You can be a part of those. There's a lot of different ways to get involved. And it takes many hands to make it all work.
And for the parents that may need help with transportation, is there something they can do or to work around to make sure that they can get involved as well?
Transportation, it kind of depends on where we meet kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some opportunities where we're going into schools and working with teachers and working with the kids at their schools. If they have transportation problems, there might be a little bit of a struggle to get them out to Noise.
But for example, the more coaches we have, and we've got, say out of 10 coaches, just as throwing a number out there, 3 of them are paid, 7 are volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
So the more coaches we have, for example, if I had more coaches, we could set up some space and do programming at Lincoln Park or at Curry Park. So the more coaches
more closer
we have,
to where the kids need to be, where it's easier to get the kids.
That's our ultimate goal, is to have programming within walking distance or within reasonable distance of anybody in Milwaukee.
Well, look, once again, an amazing program, First Tee of Southeast Wisconsin. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Amazing, amazing work being done. And young children, mainly in the north side of Milwaukee, will have the opportunity to not only play golf, understand the mind frame of being a golfer, but understanding how to make decisions in life as well.
And we've got parents that drive from Racine, that drive from Heartland, and they say we make this long drive because we know how you coaches treat our kids with respect, but we're not going to let them get away with anything. This is the way we're going to do things at First Tee, and they see that, so that's why they keep coming back.
Well, once again, thank you for coming, Tom, Wyatt.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
First Tee. Make sure y'all look this up. Make sure y'all get y'all young people involved. This is a great opportunity for the city and the young kids that live in Milwaukee.
And all of our coaches, anybody that works with a child, is background checked, and we do safe sport training at the highest level. So the kids are safe, and that's one of the things that I boast. So you don't worry about your child is safe. We have training. We have protocols. So everything's safe.
And we got golf clubs.
We got all the clubs
just
you
in
need.
case.
Absolutely. But
balls, tees, whatever you need. Yeah.
We can always use more junior club donations, of course.
Yeah. I mean, what comes in in our doors goes right out. So if you got anything sitting in the garage that you want to be in the hands of a young person who needs it,
they could donate it.
Absolutely. Yep. The Golf House of Wisconsin on Theo Trekker Way in West Dallas.
So Robert, as an example, he got a set when he was 9, and then he got taller, so he gave us that set back, and then we gave him a different one. So any given set that we have in the system has probably gone through 3 or 4 kids, because as they get bigger, we just take it back and give them a different set. So it's the golf set will have a lifetime of 10 years.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming through. And when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
You are listening to The Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship, because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Ready to grow your business? Then connect with the City of Milwaukee at City Connect 2026, the city's 3rd annual vendor fair sponsored by BMO Harris Bank. Join local businesses, community partners, and city leaders Thursday, May 28th at Milwaukee City Hall from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Learn how to compete for city contracts, navigate the bid process, explore small business certifications, and build valuable connections through workshops and networking opportunities. Visit milwaukee.gov/vendor fair for details.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog.
Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey, Joe, working again? Retirement was boring, huh?
Not boring. Expensive. Food, medicine, rent. Social Security just isn't enough.
I know, and that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
Free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
This is The Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Pain in my city, I can't close my eyes. Too many mothers still crying from the homicide. They say be strong, but they don't feel it deep inside. So I speak for the ones who ain't got a voice to cry. I've been walking through the fire trying to make it right. Praying God keep me covered every single night. If I fall, just remember what I sacrificed. I was fighting for my people. Trying to bring the light. Yeah. Born on the north side, Fish Street raised me. Where the blocks turn cold and the system don't save me.
7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. Tacos and Tequila Festival is Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Petey Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer, all for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, and exotic car showcase, and a Chihuahua beauty pageant. That should be interesting. A Chihuahua beauty contest. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com. We getting some feedback on the mixtape that dropped. Somebody in the chat, 7435 says, yo, Tory Low, make a show song with women's voice, rapping and singing. I only hear guys. Okay, Andrew, you got to play Courthouse Chairs. That's the song that's on the mixtape. So did he listen to the mixtape? Because let's get a sample of that. It's our song. We can play it. We won't get struck off YouTube because it's our stuff. So let's get something up. I guess we got a request.
For the folks no one would see. Phone ringing on a Sunday. Some mama crying through the line. He said, text me all the names.
This is on the mixtape.
Tory, keep going, you can't stop now. You the voice when they shut us out. Every block, every tear, every promise you vow. Tory, keep going, you can't clock out. When the pain gets loud, you stand your ground. Advocate hard. That's what you're about. You standing by that tape.
Okay, so that's you gotta get the mixtape. 7435. You gotta get it. We represent for the ladies. But I think we got more on the second mixtape. I think that this one, these 10 songs, these 11 songs is, they flow together well, and then we got the next one, volume 2 may be dropping. So, but it'll probably be in a different space. This is actually a classic that dropped for the last Tory Low show for Friday. I wanted to do multiple drops, but we got to do it in a different space.
We ran out of time, Tory.
We was just getting started. Somebody says, how many volumes you have in the vault?
6.
I think 6. 6, and they all like just amazing. But this was for the truth audience, the hardcore truth Tory Low show fans. This one was. I made sure that. This was for the advocacy. This was for the front lines. This was for a lot of the people that have been following me since day one. This one was specially catered for that situation, the soundtrack to the Tory Low show. And so you can keep that as a thank you. But like I said, we got some stuff that ain't on the mixtape. Play Us or Them, the one with the female voice on there. Now, this is going on volume 2. I'm gonna give y'all a sample of volume 2. Just a little sample, not, I can't give y'all too much now, Truth Nation. But we got records with the female. Yeah. Yeah.
Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. Came from the block where the sirens don't sleep. Late night prayers, mama crying in the street. Young boys lost trying to find what to be. Had to stand tall, put the weight on me. Seen it up close, I ain't speaking from far. Every scar.
Yeah, I mean, we got the females in there representing. So, like I said, we got a lot. We got a lot of things. The production with the Tory Low show has been amazing. So, and everybody a part of the journey, we always take it to the next level when it comes to everything that we do. You know, I'll tell you this: you got to lead the way, or you in the way. So don't get in the way, lead the way. But I want to get into some stories that has before we get out of here, because I don't know, will we have time for stories on Friday?
We will not, I don't think.
You don't think we have time for stories on Friday? Because we got a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts.
We got a lot of guests
on the last show. We got the last show Friday is going to be ridiculous, and the after party, the after show in the Third Street Market Hall. This is going to be amazing tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot of things. So let's see if we can get some of these stories. This will probably be the last time I get to do the stories, probably.
Yeah, probably.
The tease is real, Tory. I love it. Hey, I'll say this. I want to talk about these parking tickets. Milwaukee unpaid parking ticket towing enforcement. They coming after you for them unpaid parking tickets. I just want to throw that out there. Y'all may not get this after. Y'all may not get to keep your head on the swivel. But if you got unpaid parking tickets, Milwaukee unpaid parking ticket towing enforcement, they might come get your ride. Your ride might come up missing. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got video on this. Let's listen.
Good morning, everyone. At the time the ordinance took effect, the city had more than $17 million in unpaid citations. That dollar amount was connected to nearly 39,000 vehicles. And now city council members will hear a progress report on how the city law has held violators accountable. Starting back on November 1st last year, habitual parking violators were told they must do the following: either pay their fines, set a court date, or start a payment plan. If drivers fail to act, their vehicle could be towed or impounded. The towing enforcement started on January 1st of this year to give violators a 2-month warning period. A habitual parking violator is someone with 5 or more unpaid parking tickets. The ordinance also states vehicles can also be towed if they're parked legally. Here's what Alderman Scott Spiker had to say at the beginning of the year when enforcement started.
People will realize it's a lot cheaper to get on a payment plan than to have your vehicle towed here. Pay $150 for the pleasure of us towing it, and then $25 a day for each day we keep it.
Oh, wow.
The meeting is scheduled to start at 9 a.m. and also on the agenda, city safety plans.
They hate y'all. I guess it's my last couple shows. They making laws against, they hate y'all. They said even if your car is parked legally, if you got tickets, they can tow it. Even if it's parked legally, if you got unpaid tickets, they gonna snatch it. And then he was kind of like, hey, you gonna find out the hard way, because once we take the car, you got to pay for that, $150, and $25 for storage every day your car is there. They hate y'all. I'm trying to tell you, that sounds like, okay, y'all gonna be held accountable for what you owe us, but why they not being held accountable for what they owe the taxpayers? Okay, y'all like this stuff. This is what y'all want. Y'all be voting for this kind of stuff. Y'all ain't got nobody in there fighting on your behalf, because you know it's gonna mainly come from people who ain't got it like that, and they got a couple tickets and they ain't got it like that. You know they gonna be the ones that's gonna suffer the most. They already got the pothole show. So let me get this straight. It's my last couple shows of there, so I'm gonna say this now. I think today and tomorrow I might just come unhinged with what I really need to say and not even hold back. But okay, you got the potholes that's messing up the cars, so they don't want to be held accountable for what the potholes did to your car. But they want you to be held accountable for what your car doing to the city. That's wild to me. And they ain't gonna have no mercy on you. They don't like y'all. Somebody say, it's simple, pay your bills. Okay, well, why don't they pay the bill from the pothole damage? It's simple too. Marvin in the chat, Marvin says, it's simple, Tory, it's simple, pay your bills. Okay, but like I said, we already being taxed to the max. You can easily let's say you run somewhere, you could come out in 10 minutes, have a parking ticket for $40. That's all I'm saying. Like, it don't take much to get a parking bill, a parking ticket. Somebody said we need to stop cuddling folks. This is the mentality that they have for black people. Because I see other communities and they get, they just made a mistake, Let's give them a second chance. No, in the black community, I'm going to have to cut you down. I'm going to cut you off on your first mistake. Like, you don't get the empathy. And then he's smiling, too. This Scott Spiker, Milwaukee Alderman, play what he said. I'm going to run this back. Just play that last part when he said the storage fees and stuff like that. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, look at his face. Like, he's like, yeah, we finna get you. They come get you, but you can't
People
get them.
will realize it's a lot cheaper to get on a payment plan than to have your vehicle towed here. Pay $150 for the pleasure of us towing it, and then $25 a day for each day we keep it.
Yeah, he's letting you know. He letting you know. He gonna get you. Tory, I'm black too. I don't care if you black. Some black people that hate black people. I see it all the time. I ain't saying you hate black people, but I'm just saying that statement has y'all just out here willy-nilly just. You need to strike down anybody that's having problems. So if that's the case, everything we talk about, housing, potholes, education, everything got the same format when it comes to black people. Strike them down. You need to do the right thing. You need to do this and that. But when it comes to them, you don't get that kind of energy. You don't get that kind of energy. When you come to the housing, with all of the elders on TV crying like they ain't got like they misused the housing funds, where was the holding these people accountable? They still doing press conferences. I'm not saying don't hold nobody accountable, and I'm just saying it should be working both ways. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if you're gonna come after the citizens for what's going on with their cars, then you should be held accountable for tearing up, leaving these potholes in the street, tearing up folks' cars, and they should be able to get some relief too. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying don't let nothing, if you're going to put it out there, but don't try to duck when somebody say, okay, yo, potholes in the street tore my car up, and we finna take you. We don't know if the pothole really did that. That's all I'm saying. They hate y'all. I mean, look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you. And then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Low, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today, breathe better tomorrow.
I take care of the kids.
And I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back, we ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low. Tory Low Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Low Show. We got one more day left, Andrew. We got the mixtape out. And the mixtape is doing good right now.
Doing hot, Tory.
Hey, look, salute to all of Truth Nation for checking out the mixtape as we posted it on YouTube. Those that sent in their email address. Andrew, look for Andrew Zimmel. He sent it to the email. Andrew been working overtime these last couple of days. But he said, what you say? We got to go out with a bang, I guess.
Gotta go with the Mike Breen bang.
With a bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Like, oh, I thought you was talking about boomerang. Bang, bang, bang.
Double bang.
I'll just play it. Hey, but check this out. We got to go to Orlando. This is a story with a pastor. A pastor busted in undercover child sexting. They got the pastor, y'all. The pastor was trying to, you know what. We got audio, we got video. They saying that the pastor was caught up in the undercover child sexting. An Orlando pastor. If you were listening, we got video on this. Tap in.
Yeah, Alan Chambers allegedly spent around 3 months chatting with who he thought was a 14-year-old boy, allegedly sending the boy an inappropriate picture and even trying to convince him multiple times to meet up with him for sex. Now, apparently, that 14-year-old was actually an undercover detective. The court documents do a great job of outlining and explaining these graphic details relating to their conversations, where Chambers allegedly told the boy that he loved him, even asking the boy to take an Uber so they could meet up at his office in Winter Park because he wanted to be with the boy and make love in his house. Chambers' address matches an address associated with a former company known as Exodus International. Their mission was to help gay Christians become straight. Chambers was the president of that organization. Back in 2011, Fox 35 spoke with him when Exodus International created an app, and at the time, Chambers claimed the app was not a magic cure, but rather a tool for people conflicted between faith and sexuality.
We often hear that we're the organization that converts homosexuals into heterosexuals, or that this is the gay cure app. You know, that's just ridiculous. Not only can we not cure someone of homosexuality, we don't know that that's even possible.
Now, Chambers later went on the Oprah Winfrey Network, where he apologized to the people hurt by Exodus International and their, quote, reparative therapy. Now, Chambers is behind bar here at the Orange County Jail, facing multiple charges, including solicitation of a minor. And in those conversations, he allegedly admitted that he could get in trouble for what he was saying and the actions taken with that, at the time, what he thought was a 14-year-old boy, and what he called their, quote, forbidden love.
What? All right, so this is why I started the Tory Low Show. For stuff like, so we can keep these, because when this, hopefully somebody else will continue to talk about these people in these positions that's trying to reach out to these kids and continue the conversation about grooming and things like that. Stuff that's directly affecting the people out here as we continue to move into the future. And this is why I like having the conversations on the Tory Low Show, because we did not let that spirit rest. We attacked that spirit, that nasty, dreadful child sex, trying to mess with, you know, kids and stuff like that. Like, that's, I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't know if that'll ever happen again with this much, because we talk about it all the time. I'm out, and when I leave the air, I have to deal with it all the time too. So I brought that as a part of my advocacy to the airwaves. I was surprised they let an advocate go this long on the radio, because I get to deal with the people firsthand and talk about things that's going on in the community that I deal with firsthand, and we get to cover a lot of ground. But like I said, hopefully that continues, Andrew. I mean, it'll continue on my end, you know. But hopefully, you know, as the station moves forward, that doesn't go back into the dark.
Well, like you say every show, Tory, the marathon continues.
Right. The marathon does continue. But like I said, that for me to talk about as much missing, human trafficking, scams and things like that, I do that all the time. That comes because I get the calls. I get those calls. But most people are not knee deep in the community as broadcasters. So I'm hoping that they can find a way to bring that, to continue those conversations in the long run, and that's my wish. That's my wish for what's going on with the people, and take the side of the people, you know, in the conversations too as well, because we out here suffering, and everybody want to hold the people accountable, but they don't want the people to hold them accountable, and I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Also, we got a situation in Ohio. There's a situation going on in Ohio where a former crime lab analyst is accused of altering test results, and we already knew that they was fidgeting around. In certain spaces, in certain times, in certain cases, we already knew that something was going on in the crime lab, where, or even when they when they start looking at the body and trying to give the results of what happened with the body. That's why Colin Kaepernick did a second autopsy report, because we already know that if it's a high-profile situation, they might put some splow on the evidence, try to cover it up. But now we got somebody in Ohio, a former lab analyst, accused of altering test results. If you're watching it as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
This scene played out at multiple VIP smoke shops across the region last year. Stores were raided. The owners accused of selling products with illegal levels of THC, an allegation they deny. Now, a week before trial, a new twist.
That's all you have in criminal cases sometimes, is somebody's credibility.
Attorney Jay Clark isn't representing the VIP owners, but is familiar with the case. He's now questioning the credibility of a former drug analyst at the Miami Valley Crime Lab, who, according to lab reports, tested some of the VIP products.
This woman got caught falsifying her results.
WLWT is not naming her because she has not been charged with a crime. Clark says the analyst handled preliminary drug testing.
She sent it on to the confirmatory testing with I think it was a gas chromatograph. The gas chromatograph result was different than what she recorded as the presumptive test. So she changed her results to match the presumptive test of the gas chromatograph.
An internal report obtained by WLWT Investigates says confirmatory testing still supported the final conclusions. But defense attorneys say the analyst's actions now raise questions about her credibility and about other cases she's worked on.
It is bigger than the VIP case. Every case that she did any drug analysis on would have to go back and be looked at.
The crime lab's internal report states the analyst resigned before the investigation was initiated, and the lab was unable to determine the reason for the alteration. The crime lab's director tells me the lab is committed to delivering the highest standards of scientific excellence in every analysis we perform.
Here we go.
Provide accurate, unbiased, reliable.
Here we go. Now, it was a couple cases in the city of Milwaukee where, you know, when the medical examiner would look at the body and they would see if it was a homicide or, you know, give a kind of like a ruling on what they thought was it a homicide? Was it not a homicide? Or, you know, and I'm going to tell you right now, it was a couple cases like Derek Williams and another young man that I had to raise an eyebrow. You know, I had to raise an eyebrow. And it was also the medical examiner in Joel Acevedo's case where he went missing, like a Where's Waldo, too. Like, I guess he got fired before he could testify, and they had to try to find him, try to track him down. But it was something that always bothered me about these people that's analyzing the body, especially when it's involving police. In Derek Williams' situation, they came up with the fact that he had a trace of sickle cell in his body, and he died from a sickle cell crisis. like they will find some kind of way to paste something together, and I never understood it. So you telling me you could play, you know, if you play 21 on the basketball court, have you ever played a hustle? Have you ever played Hustle 21? Andrew,
yes, I have.
Okay, you know how hard it is to play Hustle? And you got sickle cell. How come you don't get the sickle cell crisis from a game of Hustle? You know,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm talking about people elbowing you. You got to get the rebound over 11 people. Like, I'm just trying to tell you, like, we do all this extreme sports, running and everything, and all of a sudden you get involved with the police and die from a sickle cell crisis. I never understood that. I never understood it. But it was a diagnosis in 2 cases. And I was like, like, we needed that Colin Kaepernick second opinion. So like I said, we always know it's a problem when it comes to getting inside the system and trying to get justice. But do we know this analyst is fudging with the information, or somebody back there in the evidence room? You see it on TV all the time, messing with stuff. And now they didn't caught somebody red-handed in Ohio. Thank goodness that a lot of this is coming to the forefront. But we always knew. They called it a conspiracy theory, Andrew.
They played the music.
They did have the music playing. Even with this article to make you feel like
spooky.
Yeah. Like
Someone's
to throw
up.
you off. Because when you play this, then it stops it from being true. When you turn something into the rabbit hole, it kind of stops it from being true.
Yeah, it makes people think that you're wearing like a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But now they saying that the conspiracy theories over the last couple of years is up. They up on the points. But look, when we come back, we got Eddie on the lines. We're gonna talk to Eddie. We got some chat. We got some talk to text. We're gonna try to get to it all when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
You are listening to The Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized. when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Low Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
If a tow truck appears on the scene minutes after your auto accident, think twice before handing them your keys. You may be the target of a common towing scam, which results in being billed several $1,000s. Don't allow any unsolicited tow operators to take your car from the scene. Consult with police or your insurance provider to contact a reputable company. Agree on the rate, and know where they are taking your vehicle. If you suspect insurance fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is the Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Clap on, clap off, we don't never stop, never fast lane living. I ain't never gon' flop from the mud, now we up, can't stop. Yeah, whole city watch when the beat gon' knock, knock. Chase them down, make them swerve in a pothole. I get it hot, keep it hot now. Turn the energy up, keep it hot now. Let's go, make them hit a pothole, make them swerve more. Hit the corner quick.
1017 The Truth. Tory Low Show. I got it. That's that volume 2. Hey, we'll get volume 2 out here in about a week or two. We'll get it out here. But I want to get Eddie. Eddie's out on the lines. When we went to break, Eddie was on the lines. Let's get Eddie. How you doing, Eddie?
I know
Good day, Tory Low. How you doing?
Hey, I'm feeling powerful.
Good. I just left our new office where we're going to do the podcast. My desk came in, your desk came in, the lamps.
When I was going to get notified about this? Because you ain't came on the show.
The refrigerator.
You were supposed to come in
the
last
refrigerator.
Friday.
I got a lazy boy. I ordered a leather lazy boy. You're paying for that, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That's part of our deal. And some Diet Coke. So everything's good. Things are moving forward, Tory, and I just can't wait for our new endeavor. By the way, is Andrew coming with us or what?
Hey, look, we need somebody to click the button.
I think you're right. I think he's a positive, proactive addition to the show. I mean, the boy's from Texas. Not just Texas. He's not from Dallas. He's from South Texas.
And you need somebody to help you paint. Paint the studio.
You know what? I think you need a job too. Maybe it's time you learn how to paint, get up on the ladder.
Hey, no, I mean,
Tori, and get a paycheck. Get a paycheck.
Hold on, I told you to clean the peroxide out your ear. I'm good, but you got to switch the peroxide around and get that extra buildup out your ear.
I was at the ear doctor a half hour ago, and he said you have the cleanest ears I've ever seen. The cleanest ears ever in the history of the world.
Let you tell it. Ears. You got the best.
That's what he told me.
You got the best earwax in town.
Right.
I mean, everything is. You're just perfect, I guess, in your world. I guess.
I have the ass of a black man, and yet I'm a white guy. I don't have to be black. I'm just winning. Ass of a black man.
Oh wow.
I'm winning, Tori. I'm winning.
Oh, here we
right?
Go.
You know how rare that is? I'm like a unicorn, Tori, a unicorn.
Wow.
So I'm going to say something about this malfeasance, and it really upsets my buddies and I talk about this on the phone, how people falsely accuse somebody. It could be a woman who falsely accuses a guy of rape, and then they find out 3 weeks or 3 months or 3 years later that she was lying. She'll even admit to it, but, after it ruins the guy's life and he spends 3 years, right, where he's probably assaulted and attacked, and his life and reputation ruined. Nothing happens to the girl. Well, it seems to me that most cops are good guys. And I think they don't mess with people that they don't think are really bad guys. But they're so bound up on these dudes and so focused, they're willing to step over the line sometimes. I'm not saying all cops all the time. Of course I'm not. But there are going to be circumstances in every police department where maybe a cop drops a bag of pot in the back seat or a bag of Coke, or somebody gets set up for a false sexual assault. And I think the most outrageous one I ever saw was a young girl got raped. She went to the hospital, did a rape kit. They suspected this guy. This guy said, I'd be happy to give up my DNA to you. The cop said it matched. The coroner and the cop said it matched. And the girl said, this guy is not the guy who did it. But they convicted him based on the DNA, even though the girl's like, this is not the guy.
How can
and then
that
later
happen?
found out that it was all. What do you mean?
How can she say it wasn't the guy
Because
and they say, oh, the DNA matches? That's just weird.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a plea bargain saying, hey, you know what? It's not about the witness testimony, because look how many women that call the police. They're victims of domestic violence. And then they go, okay, now that my boyfriend's charged, we made up, and I don't want to testify
And
against them. The DAs are like, too bad.
The state will take the case.
We have the evidence, and that's it. So here's the thing. Here's the issue. Nobody ever gets in trouble. A girl falsely accuses a guy. She doesn't have to do that 3 years in jail because the guy did. Look what happened to the Evanston 5 30, 40 years ago. These cops set up these young 5 men. I don't want to say what color they were, Tori. And then they found out that after these guys spent 25 years in prison or some ungodly amount, that the cops set them up, right? And they found out through testimony. I think somebody was dying of cancer, and they came clean. Well, their lives were ruined. If you go to prison when you're 20, and you don't get out till you're 45 or 50, the best years of your life are gone. I mean, you can buy that crap they sell us on Lifetime and Oxygen and We. Like, these are the best years ever. I'll take my 20s to my 40s any day, okay? But nothing ever happens. There's never a repercussion for these setups. You know, even though they're ruining people's lives.
This just
even
happened
though
recently
they're
with
ruining people's lives.
Stephen Diggs, when he had to go to court, he was being accused of sexual assault, and he beat the case. But, you know, like I said, with these crime lab analysts, these are people that's supposed to be fair. Like, when it happens with regular people, I think that, you know, when regular people do it, we expect it's your side, it's their side, and it's the truth. But when you working inside the system and you do it, it's just it breaks all trust, because now you're getting paid to be fair. You're getting a check to do the right thing.
I hate to say it, Tori, but it seems like everything's upside down, and this is what I mean. As a Catholic, all right? And I'm at odds with the Archdiocese every once in a while. You think if you can trust anybody, you can trust a Catholic priest to take your 5 sons camping up in Fond du Lac County. You would assume he's probably safer with a priest than he is with his own father because he's a man of God. What about school teachers? What about coaches? What about the Boy Scouts? What about counselors? It seems to me that everything's upside down, and the people you're supposed to be able to trust, you can't trust. You cannot trust because you don't know what's going to happen. And I'm going to throw a number at you, and then I'm going to get off the air, okay? I think I might be wrong. Give me a little leeway, like 7% on this. I think there's 108 churches in the Milwaukee Archdiocese. I think 108, could be 118. 90% of those churches have been investigated for sexual malfeasance.
Oh, wow.
Not 9%, 90.
That sounds
okay?
like a child
so
sex ring.
these are, well, you tell me.
Hey.
All right? These aren't one-offs. This isn't a priest every 11 years touching a boy. Man, this is the business, okay, and I hate to say it, I'm a Catholic, I'm an atheist, I'm a Catholic, I don't know what I am. But am I supposed to be a part of an organization that tolerates this kind of abuse towards young boys, and I'm supposed to act like it doesn't happen? I'm ashamed at other Catholics that turn their heads the other way, look the other way, like it's not happening because they don't want to deal with how uncomfortable the reality of this is, right? So then another 7 boys this month, another 4 boys the next month, another 14 over 3 months. What are we doing as men? We need to stop this stuff. We need to stand up and stop it and stop, the big screen TVs and the large SUVs and the golfing on Saturdays and Sundays. We need to start ponying up and rebuilding our community, Tory.
Hey.
So on that note, I'm going to go. I've enjoyed being on the show for the last 5 or 6 years. I really feel close to you, Tory. I'm closer to you than my own brother sometimes, Tory.
Oh, really?
And I'm a Caucasian.
That's
yeah,
what's
and
up.
Andrew, too. He's Caucasian, too. Yeah. All right. Hopefully I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good day.
All right. All right, look. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Low Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Comedian turned media mogul Byron Allen is taking over BuzzFeed. Last week, he announced he'd be buying a majority stake and becoming chairman and CEO.
Yeah, this was definitely a bit of a surprise for us. We knew that BuzzFeed was trying to find some outside capital and reinvigorate its business. Did not expect Byron Allen to be the savior.
Chris Palmieri covers the entertainment industry for Bloomberg News.
It's an unusual move for him because although he's worn many hats, he started off as a stand-up comedian, but he owns local TV stations, the Weather Channel. He has some online channels, but it's produces TV shows, but it's mostly in the medium of TV.
Allen is hoping to use his TV experience to turn BuzzFeed into what he's calling a free TV super app, likely competing with the likes of Fox's Tubi and Paramount Skydance's Pluto TV. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This sports update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Brewers still haven't lost to the Cubs since October 9th of 2025. They completed the sweep last night, winning 5-0.
A beautiful pitch executed by D.L. Hall. He strikes out Alex Bregman, and the Brewers shut out the Cubs 5-0. And it is a Windy City sweep here this week at Wrigley Field.
No game today, but a huge series rematch against the Dodgers begins tomorrow here in Milwaukee at 6:40. Some bittersweet news from a beloved former Green Bay Packers quarterback. Aaron Rodgers calls it quits after this upcoming season.
Aaron, do you believe this could be your last year? Do you think that way?
Yes. This is it, yeah.
Rodgers will go down as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history after his retirement at the conclusion of the 2026 NFL season. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Low Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Who the people's champ? Tory Low. When it all goes wrong, where do people go? Tory Low. Who was speaking up for those people in the ghetto? Tory Low. Who was out in Kenosha on the front line in the snow? Tory Low. Who out here righting the wrongs and shining light on these folks? Tory Low. Who the biggest advocate that Milwaukee has ever known? Tory Low. Who out here finding these babies and bringing them back home? Yo, Tory Low. If you don't know, then you know. Who gonna be right there with you in that hospital when you shot up? Tory Low. Who gonna find a child molester that touched your daughter? Tory Low. Who gonna help you out when that landlord put you out of that apartment? Tory Low. When your son need a transplant, who gon' find that organ? Tory Low. Who out here shutting down the streets with no permit? Tory Low. Who the biggest activists out here that's independent? Tory Low. Who you gon' call if you end up missing? Tory Low. Who put this all together? Me, that's who? Tory Low. Tory Low. Tory Low. Tory Low.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. The Tory Low Show mixtape is out. It's out. Hey, salute to everybody that's checking it out. We got the YouTube up, the Tory Low Show mixtape on YouTube if you want to check it out. Also, if you just want the MP3s, you got to send in your email. We got another person sending in their email, 7235. We got your email address. 7235 says, I need that advocate music. Hey, that's what it is. It's the energize. If you want to get out here on the front lines, it's for that. This ain't about moving no packs or nothing. You know what I mean? Spinning the block with the pistol. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's about spinning the block and trying to help. That's doubling back for your people, reaching to get your people up. That's what it is. It ain't, if you're looking for it to be with some poo shiesty with the mask on, it ain't none of that. You know, we don't do that. We front line. So salute to everybody that is checking out the mixtape. Where are we at with the count, with the viewers? How many views we got on the mixtape right now? We also got somebody in the chat, and not in the chat, but in the talk to text, says they're referring to the city and the potholes. We got a couple comments on the potholes in the chat. Let me see. Let me get back. Somebody just sent another text. They said that I've paid over $1,000 for new tires with no reimbursement. That's crazy. Like from hitting the pothole. So the city gonna get you for your tickets, your unpaid parking tickets. They want you to be accountable. They're gonna tow your vehicle, no matter, even if it's parked legally. Now, even if it's parked legally, usually they have to catch you in the process of getting getting a couple tickets. But now, if they just drive past and catch you out there slipping, and you could be in the right parking spot, they gonna get the tow truck and snatch it. Hopefully, it don't end up in the scrapyard. But they want you to be held accountable. But when you hit that pothole, they don't know what happened. Then you got to prove to me that the pothole caused your engine light to come on. That's wild to me. Hey, but we got John on the lines. We got a call on the lines. How you doing, John?
Good, Tory Low. How you doing, sir?
Blessings, brother John.
Man, my days are not going to be the same when you go off the air.
Oh.
I look forward to coming to work and listening to you on the radio every day.
Oh, thank you, brother John.
So I want to tell you I'll keep praying for you and your endeavors wherever you go. And I wanted to talk on that pastor in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We say with the way all the mess is throughout this whole country and world that people need to turn their life over to God, go back to church. And then you get pastors that go and do this. And people are like, why would I go to church for that?
Hey, like I said,
not every church
we got to
like
address
that,
it. We
got
to address it because you can't ignore it because it's happening. But if we address it, then we can hold people accountable for their actions.
Yeah, if we don't address it, it's just going to get worse.
Right.
And then we got to let people know, not all churches and not all pastors are like that.
Right. I got, Minister Kevin, Pastor Milton. It's never all. But like I said, you got to keep your head on the swivel because you never know until you find out.
Yep.
And
I find out the small churches are better than the big ones.
Easier to make sure that you can keep an eye on everybody.
Yep, I got saved in a small church.
Oh, wow.
Went to a big mega church, and I'm back with family now. A small church. It was my old pastor. His son has a church, and I go to his church, and we're all family there.
That's powerful. Like I said, we got to go where our souls feel safe to get the help that we need. And like I said, to each his own. Like I said, it's never everybody. And I think that even when we talk about police abuse, then they say, well, there's some good cops out there. Don't deflect from the abuse. It's not every pastor, but it's going on in the church. That's good. That's horrible. That is even going on, period. If one child was hurt this way, it's terrible. But we all know it's hundreds of thousands of incidents going on. And if we don't address it, then we just ignoring it. And then another child may fall victim because it's in the culture. So to get it out of the culture, we got to stand 10 toes on this is not going to be accepted. And like I said, I'm not playing around. When I leave the air, I still got to get out here and deal with this kind of stuff that's going on in the neighborhoods. And trust me, I'm trying to be like Freddy Krueger on these people. I'm trying to show up when they think that, when they think that they can get some rest. I'm trying to show up with the claws out on these kind of folks. Nightmare on 5th Street or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. But we gotta deal with it harshly because we cannot have these kids in these spaces where they're being abused or nobody. You know, women, children, men, nobody. We got to stand on that. So I appreciate you for tapping in, John, and thank you for, supporting the show, and we appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. I also want to talk about what's happening in Racine. They're saying that Racine residents welcome the city efforts to replace all lead service lines in the next 5 years. And we've been talking about removing those lead service lines right here in the city of Milwaukee, but Racine is taking action over in Racine. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got some video on this. Let's listen.
That's the sound of a new effort from the city of Racine to replace all lead service lines in the next 5 years.
And if they do that, that would be a wonderful thing to do.
It's called the Equiflow Lead-Free Program. It aims to help the city of Racine meet the state's goal of having all lead service lines removed by 2037.
I think that the city is trying to do something for the community that's helpful for the community.
Racine residents I spoke to tell me it's welcome news.
That's a great thing to do because it's safety too,
Lead can get into drinking water through these pipes, and that can cause health problems, especially for kids. Because of this, Regina Hubbard buys her water. And bottled water, that can't be cheap.
No, it's not. I have to buy 5 and 6 cases, and then I buy the gallons.
She lives in a property that's set to have its service lines replaced in 2027. The city now has a map showing when areas of the city will see these replacements. The mayor tells me while the city has already replaced about 2,000 of these lines, this will allow the remaining 10,000 to be tackled in a much shorter timeline.
We are going to be in your neighborhoods and asking you to help us replace these lead pipes.
That means filling out right of entry forms, which allow crews to access your home's lines and replace them for free.
I think it's really important for the homeowner, especially for their children.
It will be a wonderful thing, and I pray to God that it happens.
Hey, look, anytime we can get these lead service lines up out of any community is powerful. Like I said, this has been a fight to get. Because many times these young kids, from 0 to 6, if you get lead in your system, it can mess you up mentally. That's why I say Milwaukee has a lead crisis, a lead lateral crisis. And a lot of people will, because it's going on in the black community, oh, well, I drunk the water, I'm okay. Are you really okay? I mean, you saying it, I don't know. I don't live with you. I don't know. But at the same time, we can see it in the kids and these young people and in the behavior. And if you look at severe lead poison environments and look at some of the symptoms and look at what's going on in Milwaukee, it'll match up. It'll line up with the symptoms of a lead poison environment. And when you see what's going on with the young people, and a lot of people don't want to believe that it's a problem, but let something happen in the suburbs. When that young girl got lead poison in Bayview and that Golden Mile and at them schools, them families went crazy. Like, they understand what this means. And we got hundreds of kids and nobody's standing on what's going on in our communities. But let one of these kids in other communities come up with some lead issues. Trust me, the whole community going up because they understand the severity of these ideas of being lead poison, especially when it comes to young children. And it's just crazy how we... it couldn't have been that bad because we was drinking from the same pipe. Well, it sounds like you could have been smoking from the same pipe. It just don't make sense that we don't have any empathy. And when it come to black, like, it's just, y'all can handle it. It's just a stupid to think that, we not being affected by a lot of these things where other communities are trying to get rid of it and doing a good job at trying to get rid of it. And then in Milwaukee, they slow to get rid of the lead laterals because it's mostly in black communities. Now, we don't have filters on the sink in our communities, but if you start getting to the outskirts, even if they do got lead issues, they got filtration systems. As soon as you get the apartment, they got filtration systems on the apartment. But as soon as you get into the inner city, these kids coming in after school, making Kool-Aid, not running the water, not even being taught how to try to defend themselves against a lot of this, and they just drinking it up, like, off the rip. Nobody teaching them. They denied it for years. They denied it for a long time that it was even an issue. Okay. Hey, look. When we come back, we'll have the wrap-up on the show. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow will be the last show. We got the wrap-up, Andrew. Truth Nation.
Last wrap-up.
Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
You are listening to The Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Even if the system don't make sense anymore. And that's the part we got to be honest about. Education is not a theory. It's not a title. It's not a category. It's a student, it's a teacher, it's a classroom, and there's learning. Everything, everybody else, including the superintendent herself, are secondary. Assistant superintendents, or whatever the heck you call them, deputy, chief of school, everybody, they are secondary if a child's not learning. The student is the number one thing there. So if we've reached the point where the only way to defend the system is to argue that keeping teachers out of a classroom is essential to education, then we're not just confused. We backwards. And when policy, practice, priorities, and money collide like that, there's only one word for all of this: nonsensical.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 to 6, live on YouTube and broadcasting on 1017 The Truth.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends, if it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
This is The Tory Low Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Pesos. Got a lot of brothers, some of them play bros. They don't wanna say it, but they hate Lowe. They all mad cause I got the Tory Low. Tory Low. Tory Low. She got a bankroll. It's not a secret. She can take you. I got a lot of problems and I can't go. But it's okay because I got the Tory Low.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. We got the wrap up with Andrew. Andrew, what went on the show today?
Tory, so much stuff happened on the show today. Let's start here. The beginning of the show, you thanked Truth Nation for an incredible 5 years. Kind of went down memory lane a little bit in the monologue. I almost got sappy. Started pulling on my heartstrings a little bit, Tory.
Hey, look, it's always amazing to look back and reflect, especially when the work has been done and you can see the results from all of the energy that you put into trying to make sure that you become an actual resource that the community can use and depend on. And look, over 5 years, and we did just that. And it's powerful to see that you could start an idea and then we're looking at hindsight and we can actually say, hey, we maximize the energy in this space as we move on.
When I was in Texas, Tory, my football coaches would call it hay in the barn on Thursday. You're putting the hay in the barn ready for Friday night. Feels like we put the hay in the barn today. I feel like we're ready to go for tomorrow's show.
Right, ready, revved up. It's going to be a powerful show tomorrow. Hey, I'm looking forward to it.
And the reason that we did the drop on Wednesday and not on Friday and on the last day is because we had so many people today who listened yesterday to the mixtape, and so many people reached out today asking for it. It was like 6 or 7 people during the show called in, Tory, saying, hey, can we get this? Can we get that? Got people texting in. Sounds like we put out a banger of a pot.
Look, let me tell you something. Advocate music is in the building. It's no more, I'm about to, blast my brother. None of that. We ain't doing that. We ain't trying to study that kind of stuff, especially how you going to complain about the violence in the summertime, but you listening to music that talk about if you say something crazy to me, I'm going to pop you. You like, okay, and then you telling the kids to do the right thing, and all of a sudden you listening to music that's all opposite of what you're trying to teach the kids. So it's time to put out music that has the same energy, the same aggression, with the same energy for positivity, And we used to have that with Public Enemy. We used to have that, with Poor Righteous Teacher, X-Clan. Like, we used to have that kind of music. But then it just went into this drill and thug and gangster. And then, so it's time to make it come back full circle. It's time for hip-hop to go back full circle and become something that we use to motivate us to get things done the right way in our neighborhoods and build each other up.
Good music with a better message type stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Powerful. Exactly. We also talked about how many American celebrities go on the road, go on to these different places, and then get in trouble, Tory, including Wiz Khalifa, who got in trouble for smoking weed, and he is now being indicted, cannot go back across the pond. We went through a little bit of that in the Pop Culture Report. We also talked about the Giannis potential trades, as well as Aaron Rodgers' career ending.
Well, let me tell you something. Aaron Rodgers is on his last leg. And he got a brilliant career coming in broadcasting. They can't wait to get Aaron Rodgers.
You think so?
As a broadcaster, yeah.
You think he's going to do it, though?
Yes, because look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
They're big difference.
They got big. No, Aaron Rodgers is a great personality. I think his podcasting interviews kind of show that he's willing to participate. But I believe that Aaron Rodgers in the future will become an analyst like Tom Brady. He's going to follow in his Troy Aikman, Tom Brady, Steve
Young.
Steve Young. All of these great quarterbacks, they always go into broadcasting right away. Why? Because it extends their legacy and the knowledge. If you can't play the game, you can analyze the game. And most of those big diva-type quarterbacks, they go into broadcasting.
I'm zagging. I think he's going to go become a hermit somewhere, Tory. He seems like the type of guy that wants to go in the jungle, smoke his ayahuasca, and be left alone.
That's what he wants y'all to believe. But when they throw that money in his face, when they throw them big numbers that look like a football contract in his face, because broadcasting money on that level, on the national level, it's $100 million. If Stephen A could get $100 million, what do you think they're going to give Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know, but I could just see a world where he goes to Brazil and just hangs out there. I can see
when they throw that money in his face, he going to take a couple classes and get his hands folded with his suit on and say, how y'all doing? This is Aaron Rodgers. We broadcasting live. I'm trying to tell you, that That when they throw that real money in your face, you're gonna change up.
Let's talk about not changing up and helping the community, Tory. And that's what First Tee is trying to do, trying to connect the youth to golf. Interesting. I think this was a first. Have we had golfers on the Tory Low Show before?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a great interview.
Well, I think that Craig Stingley, who's the father of Corey Stingley, who was killed out in West Allis by residents, that it took a long time for him to even get any kind of justice with that. He has a golf situation where he was teaching kids with his son Corey Stingley. So it wasn't the first idea of that coming on the show, but First Tee is functioning and is out here, and I think that everybody should understand that it's a couple sports that's tough for our community to get involved with, and the number one is golf, swimming, and tennis. But we got tennis courts, but it's a couple sports areas that we don't even show up in as we should because they're not readily available. So I believe that getting these kids involved in golf early and see what they can do. Get them involved in these sports, because how do they really know who's the best in these sports if everybody don't have access to the sport?
Exactly, and I think it's great, the community outreach. I thought it was really cool to have him on the show, Tory, to try to make that connection.
7285 says, in the name of the mixtape, Advocate Music? If so, I'm the one that suggested it. Is dope. Now, the name of the mixtape is the Tory Low Show Mixtape Volume 1. It's the soundtrack to the show.
Yes, sir.
Every good show has a soundtrack. Every good movie has a soundtrack. That's what that is. It's just the soundtrack, the music we play on the air to get everybody on the front lines motivated from the real results. This is what that is. Everything that we do is generated to make sure that the people on the front lines and those that want to be a resource have what they need, no matter if it's a resource or even the music. So I make music for those that's out here on the front lines. I want y'all to be motivated to get things done, and I think more people should try to do that.
And finally, Tory, we talked about the parking ticket epidemic, and you said something that I loved. Milwaukee might hate y'all.
What?
Milwaukee might hate us. The way they're coming after our parking tickets.
They hate everybody. It's hateful. They doing us in a way where we just sitting there taking it. And I just can't do that. I wish more people would fight against what we see, taxation without representation. They want to hold you accountable, but they don't. When you come to them for what they did, you got to get a lawyer and an attorney and go to trial, to try to figure it out. So it's never made sense to me. So, hey, look, I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show today. Thank you, Andrew, for the recap. Maybe we get a recap in tomorrow, maybe not. Andrew said, no, we're not getting a recap in tomorrow. Hey,
you're going to be crying at the end of the show.
Hey, look, salute to everybody. Salute to everybody that's joining us in the chat. Another powerful chat. I love the chat. I mean, hopefully we can get another chat going somewhere. I'm gonna make it my goal to get another chat with the chat. I'm gonna take y'all with me, chat. I'm gonna create another vehicle for we can get the same outcomes that we do in the chat. Salute to everybody that joined the show out there in Radio Land. I always appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. Salute to everybody that called in and added to the topic today. Hey, look, we got one more day left, Truth Nation. And we got the after party Friday after the show at 4:30, from 4:30 to 7:30. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
He's the voice for the people and the communities